University. And here we have institutional retrospective of me, Nathan Sharratt, in four main spaces to enjoy and appreciate your art experience and come to understand value and learning and Jesus. And our first space is Null Object. Null Object is an institutional retrospective of artists Nathan Sharratt and Nick Adams. It is curated by Arthur Fantastic. Arthur Fantastic is a pseudonym of a world-renowned critic, curator, critical theorist, and pop star. So as you can see, all of the work is perfect. There is nothing you could possibly critique because it is wall text. So that also means that the work is infinite. It exists in your mind, and it becomes whatever you want, clouded by my entirely non-objective didactic text. So please feel free. We've got some early works from early in Nathan Sharratt's career all the way up through this current exhibition, Buy Nathan Sharratt, a requirement of the Masters of Fine Arts degree at Georgia State University. So once you've done that crap, we've got Lobjet. And Lobjet is the performance and project space where the artist, who is me, has been working every day that the gallery is open. As my own art institution, I've been doing everything that an artist does while an artist does work. Very little of that is actually making art. Most of it is, let's see, what do I do? I educate, I document, I market, I catalog, I commodify, and some other things. Sometimes I eat lunch. And then our fourth space is also through this little computer here, and it is a virtual space. There is social media performance art on my accounts. You can see some of the accounts up there, the little bird and the little camera. Some of you might know what those stand for, and I'm not sure. But you should go there and type in those words. So there also is a 24-hour live stream from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And right now we're being streamed, and thanks to the internet here, somebody may or may not be watching it. Beautiful, I love it. So the exhibition's statement, the curator statement is on Tumblr, so nathensharratt.tumblr.com, written by Arthur Fantastic. You can go there at any time and read his statement about the gallery and about the show. And he also wrote an essay titled Losing Friends and Alienating People, Social Media as Artistic Medium. I hear it's a good essay. I haven't read it, but I'm sure it's probably good or related to whatever is going on in here. So now that all that's out of the way, we can talk about the really cool stuff, which is Obiekt. And Obiekt is object in Polish, because my grandfather was Polish, so I typed it into Google Translate, and that's what it told me it was. So throughout this beautifully curated retail experience, you are welcome to view, but hopefully purchase. I will also be performing as a cashier. I have a Square Swiper, so I take credit cards and cash, but I only give you change if I happen to have the change in my pocket. That's just the way it goes. It's cool though, because you're supporting the arts. Let's see, all of the objects in here are things that are either related to me, related to my labor, my practice, things that I like in a sort of fanboyish way, like Star Wars. Or things related to my life. So I recently got married to lovely artist Mona Collentine at Walt Disney World a couple weeks ago. So while I was down there and when I was not getting married, I purchased a lot of crap that I justified as being art materials. You can see how much crap I bought based on how many bags there are. All of the things in the shop that have a price tag are for sale. I've been making tags throughout the week, and I'll be making some more tomorrow. And even if it doesn't have a price tag, it's also probably for sale. So let's see, we'll go ahead and talk about a few things. We'll start over here at the boutique. The boutique doesn't have its own name, it's just an area. It's, you know, clothing, cool stuff. Anything that's associated with the mannequin, so the central mannequin, lovely magenta pants, and lovely cyan no pants. These are artist shirts, so these are artworks in and of themselves. I created them as works of art independently or in relation to art events or openings or performances that I've done. So this one here is one of my favorites. It's very hard for me to give up, but I'm doing it because I love you guys. It says, "Sorry, I forgot your name." So it's part of my social apology series. It's just a way for people to allow other people to know that they're just really awkward at parties. This is another shirt in the social apology series. So this shirt says, "Sorry, I forgot your name." It's in shiny letters, so it distracts people from the fact that you forgot their name. And then when you leave, it also says, "Sorry, I forgot your name." So one is a greeting, one is a farewell. This shirt here is a boy with a pearl necklace. It was created for the girl with a pearl earring VIP preview for the High Museum of Art, which somehow I got invited to. And it's because I'm super famous. And I went and I wore this and it was funny. This is "Shut Up, I'm Awesome." My previous career was as a magazine designer in New York City. I worked for actually really famous magazines, tech magazines like Laptop Magazine. I worked at Gourmet Magazine and some other places. And one of the things we got in the art department was a tiny little CD, one of those mini CD-ROMs from the government called Official Signs and Icons. And it's just this unorganized mash of files of stuff like that. Any sign that you ever see on a road or information or anywhere is on that disc. It did not have that. So I just went through and made a whole bunch of snarky comments and captions for everything. So this is about 2002. This one is one of my most popular ones. It's called "Shut Up, I'm Awesome," and it features a bear. I sold very many of these. So this is an artist-worn t-shirt, so it's much more expensive than the non-artist-worn shirts. This is another of Official Signs and Icons. This is called "Poop Goes Here." This is my mother. She and my father and I grew up on a campground in upstate New York, and so this is, what do they call it?
The dump station.
The dump station. It's a dump station where you put your dumps down into the water. It's non-potable water, don't drink it. So your poop goes down in there. It's just, you know, I wanted to let people know in case they didn't know. This one is also pretty self-explanatory, although the image may be a bit anachronistic at this point. It says, "Porno gives me boners." I hear that's a true statement. I don't know. It's just a public service. This one says, "My name is Nathan Sharratt. You should owe my art." This one is very expensive because it is a factory misprint. It should have another letter on there, but it, I don't know, the print shop of Whirlpool screwed it up and it went away. So this one was worn during my first dashboard exhibition called Ground Floor, and my exhibition was called Enjoy the Show. You can look it up on the internet. It's a pretty good shirt. I like it. Here's one that I made called "Eating Animals is Okay because they taste good." And it has a drawing that I made of my dog, Lucy. She's very adorable. She's a Shiba Inu. I made this before the Shiba Cam and before Shibas became cool, so I'm way ahead of the curve on all of that. I know you were very excited. Here's another one that's even better because it's on a vintage Montgomery Ward, no ironing needed, machine wash warm, employee uniform. You can't even get these anywhere if you wanted to. So. Oh, and then this is just a black shirt in case one of my docents didn't bring anything nice to wear. What else we got? We got, "My name is Nathan Sharratt. You should buy my art." So this is a subliminal message shirt that I will wear around as a performance piece to art openings and art events. Just a little icebreaker, you know, just put a little nugget in people's heads. You know, just thinking about it, This is a hat, which my wife reminded me is not mine. So she won it in a artistic bingo game at Mint Gallery, and it is too small for my head, So I wrote, "My head is too big to fit in this hat." And you can buy it. It is, but I did wear it, so that means it's much more valuable. And here and behind all those important shirts are not as important shirts, and these are just regular, standard old silk screens that I did, but I don't care about them really because I never wore them, so they don't have that aura embedded within them as much, so these are only $35. And then here, because we are in a art school, we've got our art supply area. Some of you who are familiar with this institution may recognize these little blue books. They tend to show up a lot. They are, this is called Container for Your Hopes and Dreams. And just in case you were afraid of all the anxiety from the blank canvas, I helped you out by embossing my stamp on every page. So I just got things started for you. So hopefully that'll relieve some of the anxiety that you feel in this day and age. We've got some glue called Make Your Mark. It's glitter glue. I mean, if you're going to glue something, you might as well glue it with glitter glue, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. We have pencils. These are called tools for the invisible hand, and they are laser etched as a group in a row, so you're not able to see what they say unless you put them together. So there's this theme of connectivity, of disparation, and then pulling back together. And then we have erasers, which are called erasers. These are for erasing your hopes and dreams. And then last but not least, certainly, is a desktop tape dispenser, chrome heel, silver metallic Scotch tape. How could I not buy that? And you should buy that too. All right, so that's good. There's a little gnome hiding down there. You can say hi to him later. So here, let's see, we've got the actual maquette for the life-size 3D printed guillotine artwork that I made. You may have seen it at Art Basel. You may have seen it at the Atlantic Contemporary and other important places. So this is a CMYK model that I made for that piece. You can buy it for the low, low price of $800. It is the maquette for distillation of complex ideas into manageable chunks, model 1792. It is 3D printed PLA plastic. Here, we have Coca-Cola's attempt to create unique graphic bottles. I don't know if you've seen these. Have you seen these in the stores lately? I guess there's some version of randomness attached to all of the graphics, so they're supposed to be unique. So I etched, "I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony," hashtag Buy Nathan Sharratt upon it. It's still carbonated. You can drink from it if you like. We've got two coasters from the Haunted Mansion ride at Walt Disney World. One is I Am Complacent, one is I Am Complicit. They're either $35 or $45, depending on which one you think is worse. That one's more expensive. We've got some notebooks. These are really, really great. Flying off the shelves. Now there's less room to write. I have removed much of the page for you, so again, I've helped you out so you don't have as much to fill in. Just, you know, I'm just looking out for you guys. My wife is a designer and illustrator and works with Target a lot, so here are some little gnomes. They have little sayings on the back of them. This one says, "I'd give it all up if I only could." This is the actual Vermont Studio Center tumbler that I received when I did a residency up there. This one is called "This Is Really Good for Your Career," and I put it on there in case you're curious whether or not it is a good thing. This is the actual hashtag Art War that I used when I accosted people during my performance art piece, hashtag Art War, last year. I would just simply walk in front of people, give them this, take a picture, and then put a caption on top of it on social media, which they did not write nor approve, but you can buy it. This is an automaton drummer. I used to be a musician. I guess I still am a musician, but he is called "I Cannot Do This on My Own." Okay. Over here, we've got some important cultural artifacts.
Oh, it's falling off of that.
Bookending, we've got some very famous looking chrome shiny balloon dogs. You may recognize them from a certain artist. These are not from that artist. These are because that artist lost the court case, and so anybody can make these types of objects. So somebody else made it, and then I purchased that, and then I put my own logo on top of it, and and charge more money. This is a puzzle that I purchased in Walt Disney World. It is of the Disneyland Hong Kong Sleeping Beauty Castle. My wife and I logged our hours for how long it took us to put this together. Once it was together, I lasered this image on the front of it, which is my stamp. Made in America, hashtag Buy Nathan Sharratt, NathanSharratt.com, and alienate all the important stuff. And then put it back in the box for you to put together again. Here I've appropriated some historical objects. This is a bust of Queen Nefertiti that you may have heard about in the news lately that was supposedly surreptitiously scanned at a German museum, but it was not surreptitiously scanned, it was probably authorizedly scanned. Regardless, I inserted my logo upon it. Her name is It's Important to Own History. And here is an archaeological artifact, also an open source 3D scan of a human relic. This is a human ancestor that I heard about on Radiolab, downloaded the file, printed it out, stuck a nail through it, and etched my logo into it. This is called I Come From a Very Long Line. What else we got? We got some artists who are known for their commodification practices. For example, Thomas Kincaid. He's pretty amazing. He's got this cross stitch. Cinderella Wishes Upon a Dream. This is called Nathan Sharratt Wishes Upon Thomas Kincaid. So it has two prices. One is for unstitched but intervened, so I've done something to it. And the other is for stitched and intervened, which is a lot more expensive if you want me to actually go through the effort of putting it together for you. And over here we have two items from Nick Cage's pop-up shop that when I volunteered for his Rise Up Atlanta performance, I purchased a few things from his boutique and promptly put my name on them. So now they're mine. And let's see, oh, this is probably my crowning prized possession. This is an unverified Shepard Fairey Obey wheat pasting poster that I got in New York. Apparently somebody had tried to rip it off for their own commodification purposes at some point, but couldn't get the whole thing off. But by the time I got there, this sucker was ready to pop. So I took it home with me, put my logo on it, and fire and thermodynamics. Let's see, what else we got? We've got some political work here. This is Make America Nate Again instead of that other guy's saying, which is also a knockoff of Ronald Reagan's Let's Make America Great Again. So no money went, no campaigns were funded in the making of this artwork. We've got a CMYK Roach Motel collection, which you might have heard about in the news. It's a pretty good Roach Motel, I hear. I don't know, I've never been there. I go to fancy hotels. We've got some Make America Nate Again wicker and fern portraits. These are just fabulous. Not just one, but two wicker and fern portraits, multi-layered, multi-leveled, fake wicker on the outside. Not even real wicker, fake wicker on the outside. Just how much effort had to have gone into that, really? So great. Here are some sunglasses. These are Sunbelt. I don't know where they came from. They've been in my studio a long time, so I etched my logo into each eye. If you wear them, you might be able to do a little 3D magic eye thing. You might not. This is called I Can See Clearly Now. And there's only one pair of sunglasses because once you can see clearly, you don't need to see any other way. So here we've got some other performance artifacts. While I was down in Disney World walking among the parks and among the shops, anytime I came upon a make your own dog tag kiosk, I purchased one and wrote, "This is art by Nathan Sharratt," or "Make America Nate Again." And we'll end up with this beautiful art therapy, Star Wars, 100 images to inspire creativity and relaxation. I called it Inspired For You, I Did. And it is a partially colored Star Wars, 100 images to inspire creativity and relaxation coloring book for adults. I've begun this for you as well, just in case you don't want to go through the effort of finishing all the pages. I put some great CMYK drawings in there. Not everything, just did a little bit so that you can, get going. Oh look, see I didn't even finish it. Oh, and then I did a public service by removing Jar Jar Binks from every page. That's my own little historical revisionism. So this is a beautiful Yoda and R2-D2 on Dagobah with an X-Wing. I tried to match the cover image as much as possible, even including the metallic gold and silver, so you can sort of see how shiny it is. What else have we got in there? Oh, this is a great one. I love this one. This is a CMYK Darth Vader mandala. You can just meditate and think about the world, and think about how much Star Wars helps you be a better person. So this book is $10 per marked page, so the longer you wait to purchase it, the more expensive it will become. And then here we've got the Terrifying Finger Guillotine Trick, which I believe another artist gifted to me. Can I get a volunteer? You, sir, you look like somebody I've never met before. All right, are you ready? All right, so just kidding. It's a trick. It's in the title. What else have we got? We've got some Vinylmation. Vinylmation. These are cool little like vinyl toys that Disney does that I kind of am addicted to and purchase of my own accord, not even for art, just to buy. So these are some make your own. Normally you can't tell what's inside, but these are just blank ones. So I made my own by blazoning in fire my name and logo upon their faces. So there are 3 versions of this. This is the Mecha Mega, or the Mega Mecha. 9 inches. 9 inches of vinyl, people. Legos. Legos are great, right? Personalized Lego cup of me. You can have for your very own collection. It says, let's build this thing together. Because let's. And last but not least, now there's less room to imagine. Once again, I've helped you out. It's less scary this way. Canvas isn't blank. Something there for you to work from. And there's also less stuff to do, right? It's like a little bit of a kickstart. Like you can finish one of these sketchbooks up in no time. So that's it. I am also performing as, oh wait, I forgot about these guys. Official Disney Parks Authentic Original Character Mints. These are called Congratulations on Your Purchase. And they are etched, you did it, 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 you did it. Congratulations on your purchase. So I'll be performing as a cashier throughout the night and tomorrow as well. I take credit cards, I've got a swiper, I'll take cash. For those who came in late, I won't give you change unless I happen to have that exact change in my pocket already. But I will take any credit card, thrown, given, bequeathed, or otherwise. Thank you. Oh, bad shopkeeping.